So I'm just going to go ahead and use the paint behind. Basically what that does is that if you look, it always draws behind whatever you're doing, which is kind of similar to doing other forms of animation. So I'm just going to hold Alt, which does not seem to work. So I guess we'll just hit I for the eyedropper, and then B for the brush again. And I'm just going to go ahead and draw in his hat. And there you go. And I kind of like the offset look here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, you can see what I have here. I'm just going to go right down the line. So I'm just going to move this back. And actually, I'm going to zoom in here so that I can see my keys better. And I'm just going to do another one here, and then I'll just hit F7 to make another blank keyframe. And I'm going to go ahead and, I think I have, yeah, turn that off. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and basically finish these up. So I'm just going to go to my paintbrush, or I'm on my paintbrush, and we'll go ahead and do black. And let's just see. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and, oh, this is actually big from the last one. That's better. So I'm going to try and there. And there, and we will, oops, got a little lumpy there, so let's try that again. Alright, and we will draw his ear here to make sure that connects, and that like that. Alright, get that closed. Okay, and then this other ear here. We'll just do that. And I'm just going to go ahead and go wonk, 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 wonk. Yada, yada, yada. Alright. I'm obviously doing a pretty bad job, but whatever. Alright. So I'm just going to go back here. Sample this color. And B. Alright, and now we'll make this brush bigger by hitting the brackets. And I am just going to brush all this in. Okay, like so. And, alright, and oops, a little bit there. And I'm just going to do his hat real quick as well. Okay. And then go back to this frame and oops, Control C, B, click off, I, then B, back here, B to click off, then back to B, and we'll just make sure this is nice and big, and I'm just going to draw this in like so. And screwed up a little bit there because I got to make sure I don't go into the nose at all. Alright. That. Alright. Color that all in. Missed a little there. Alright, and then the nose is red and that is yellow. So that. Back to here. Back to B. And we can, see, I can brush this in just like this because it won't fill in anything that's already filled, which is nice. And then it's the red, there we go, I, then B, and then I can just go like this, and that fills right in. Alright, and I forgot my mouth, so let's go ahead and change this back to, come on, back to black, and I'm going to change this mode from back to paint normal, and I got to make this stroke smaller. There we go. There. Okay. And so basically, I got this going on, and I'm just gonna go right down the line and clean all these up. I'm not gonna do this in front of you, but basically you saw how I did it. Imagine I did a good job. I know this looks like junk. I'm not real happy with it, but I'm gonna do that, and then when I'm done with that, I'm gonna show you how to export it out and get it all together. Okay. So I'm going to pause it, and I'm going to finish that. All right, so I have officially animated it, as you can see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this layer off by hitting that, and hit enter, and I just have my little animation here. Okay, so it's not that great, but it works. All right, so now what I do is I'm just going to export this out from here, and I'm just going to go to File, Export. We're going to export a movie. And I am not going to do a JPEG sequence. I'm going to do a PNG sequence. That way it comes with transparency. Actually, hang on one second. Let me see. Alpha. There we go. I'm going to make sure that the stage currently was, I had to make sure the alpha is at 0 so that there's no background. I had white on the background on the stage, so just make sure it doesn't do that. Just go to like the select tool and, yeah. All right, so let's do that again. Sorry, just occurred to me when I was doing the thing there. So export movie. I want to make sure I do a PNG sequence because that has the alpha attached to it. And I am going to export it out to desktop 2D games, and this is going to be Competent Clowns. And I want to make a new folder, and it's going to call it artwork. All right, and then we will make a new folder in here. New folder. Let's call this Clown 01. All right, and I'm just gonna go ahead and name it Clown 01, Clown 01, and I'm just gonna put it right inside of here. Okay, and then we will save that, and that's fine. We'll do that pixels by that many pixels, and we will export. Okay, I'm also gonna go ahead and do File, Save As in the same folder here, 2D games, and then this one's gonna be Competent Clowns, and I'm just gonna call this Clown 01 underscore master so that I have the master file, and save that. Okay, good. So now I have both. Now the one issue that we're gonna run into with this is this. So this is actually going to export it out as a right here actually, 2D games. Clowns, artwork, clowns. Okay, it's actually going to export out in this image sequence, which is fine. But the problem is I want to have this as actually as a sprite sheet. Okay, and we'll explain why later. But I want to have this as a sprite sheet. So I could bring it into Photoshop and just do the math and do whatever. Or there's another way that's just really neat little program I found that you can do online. So I put a link on here underneath this sprite section. So you click on this. It's going to open up this thing here. And then all you got to do is, I'm going to push this to the side. And there we go. And you just take your images, such as they were, and you drop them in here. And it's going to make a sprite sheet out of them. All right, so you can see. And there you go. So, beautiful. All right. And then you can go to settings and padding. Okay, I don't think I could do compact, which will actually make it smaller, but I'm not going to worry about that. So let's just go ahead and download. And I just want to download the PNG. So here's the sequence, and I want to download the sprite sheet. And it's going to ask me to download it, and I will save. Okay. And then I will open up the folder, and here it is here. And why is it? Hang on a second. Why are you sprite sheet? Okay, let's try doing it this way. Let's go to settings. The sprite. Okay. Export. Alright, save file. Let's try that. See if that gives me a better sprite sheet. Where are you? Alright, and might need to put .png there, .png. There we go. It just for some reason didn't put the extension on it, so just I had to put, like on this, I would have to write, hang on a second, click on it, and then just write .png so it has the image extension. Although that one looks like it has problems. But anyway, you can, if I open this up, you can see here it is, and it has all of them in an order. Okay, and so now when I go to bring these in, I have my sprite sheet. Okay, and so that's a neat little thing. It's meant to do HTML5 stuff, but we can use it just for this, so works pretty good. All right, and that's basically how you would make your sprite sheets for that. Which actually let me go back to here and go back. Come on, why are you not giving me the little folder? Really? All right. Stupid. Okay, let's go back to downloads. I'm just going to take the sprite sheet and I'm just going to drop it right in here. And now I have the sprite sheet. Okay. And so there you go. And that is it. So that's one way of doing animating in there, just doing hand-drawn frame by frame, which may or may not be your favorite way. Takes a little more skill than some of the other ones. All right, so I will show you another way.